But speaking of AOC, uh, did you see her comments on this DigiDog thing? The New York Police Department's new acquisition of a $75,000 robotic dog called DigiDog, and it's black and blue, might I add. But did you see AOC's comments on that?
No.
Did you, Brooktai?
No, I remember you mentioning something about it, but I didn't even think to read up on it.
So
Oh, she called it racist, didn't she?
I did not read that, but
Oh,
what I did read, it just talked about how the spending of $75,000 on this one robotic dog is just asinine, and that money could be going towards other public services and things like that. And like she was essentially using it as an example of like when we talk about reallocating funds for the
right.
police department, this is what we mean. Like why we got New Yorkers that are starving, they've shut down their businesses, they closed up shop, they're struggling, they're citizens that are struggling, can't get stimulus passed or anything like that, but yet the police department has the ability to spend $75,000 on a robotic dog.
Right.
So,
Well, it's just like, what do you want? I mean, you sit here and you bitch about, well, the police are corrupt, the police are corrupt, so they try to bring in something new, which is an artificial intelligence, and you still bitch, you know? It's just like at some point it's just like police. I mean, that's the thing. They just want to be able to just do what they want.
well, I think that I agree with the sentiment that this is a push towards taking once again the human out of the situation. So when you
Right.
talk about these split second decisions that are becoming fatal, and these police officers that are having to make these split second judgment calls and all that, I mean, I'm not siding with or against any of the scenarios, but what I am siding with is if there is technology that exists to help remove the natural human error that's going to happen in these situations,
Or bias.
or bias, like then let's remove it. If this is a
Right.
if this is a push and a step in the right direction of saying this dog and this technology and artificial intelligence is going to make sure that these fatal accidents, if you will, and tragedies don't happen as often. But
Right.
so but I also agree with AOC, which I never thought I'd say those words. That
Better get used to it.
that right now it's $75,000 on one dog. It is seems crazy, and it also seems like bad business. And I'm just speculating here from the New York Police Department, because I would assume that at $75,000, if this dog is doing everything that they're hyping it up to do for the police department, you'd want an array of these dogs. You'd want several of them, right? So why not just work out a deal to where you can test one? You take it for 6 months or whatever. Whoever created it, which I think was like Boston College or something like that, they they give you one, walk you through it, and do like a 3 to 6 month trial run, if you will, and then put in an order for four or
Right.
five of them or something, and show the data of like this is how this is going to be effective.
What's the yearly salary of a New York cop?
To live in New York, it's got to be. I mean, I have no idea. I would assume that it's
Yeah. I mean,
probably
I wonder if
50.
it's like the cost of that dog. I wonder if it's I mean, are they getting paid 75,000 a year? Is that a person's yearly salary for a dog? Because then I could be like, well, in the long game it's cheaper because you only had to pay a one flat fee, 75, instead of paying someone's year. I don't know, man.
Anywhere
You know,
between 54,000 to 73,000.
That's the
see?
average salary for a New York police officer.
Starting salary is 42,500.
Man, I mean, see,
I,
Salary
th-
after
I
five and a
think they
half
may
years is
kind of deal there.
85K.
salary
I
salary
think
after 5 years is 85K. What'd you say, Piner?
I, I think they got a deal.
That that was on Google, not DuckDuckGo. So
Oh, no, 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 never mind, man. Never mind.
Fake news.
I'm fake news.
It's on Google. Fake
I'm
news.
tell I'm telling you, man. I think they got a good deal. $75,000. I mean, I don't think it's a lot of money. I don't. My thing is where it worries me is like Skynet. When do they weaponize? these dogs. And also, dude, I don't know about y'all, but if I see a mechanical dog running at me, dude, I'm shitting my pants. That thing looks creepy as hell, dude.
It does look creepy, but I mean, have you watched any other videos of this thing in action with the police department?
No, Juan, does it just move around all like lethargic and shit?
Have you seen anything?
No.
It it literally doesn't do anything. Like in the video,
Oh, it's
in the
just a
video,
publicity stunt?
I don't know if it's a publicity stunt, but you know, once again, I think they're trying it out. It's an interesting new technology that removes
Right.
the human the error of human and the
Yeah.
possibility of that. Hopefully, that's me looking at the optimistic side of it. But in the videos, they're like, and it can walk upstairs. I'm like, that's gonna stop crime and save lives. And then the next thing they cut to the officer guy. He was talking about he said it can walk upstairs, and then there was a hostage situation to where
Mm,
the suspects who had the hostages said there was a demand to bring food, believe it or not, to the hostages because all the hostages were saying they're hungry or whatever,
right.
I guess. So the police officer in the video, in regards to the DigiDog, was like, "Yeah, so we strapped food on it and walked it inside." I'm like, it doesn't seem like this thing is capable of too much at $75,000. And
I think I don't know. I think you strap a couple M16s to it, you know?
well, yeah, and that's what everyone's fear is this thing going to become some form of a weapon
Right.
that is being used in the most evil way to remove the possibility. I mean, you can't take a DigiDog to court, right? If it makes a
Right,
mistake.
right.
But I assume
Yeah.
it's being controlled by something.
I'm sure Americans will find a way.
I think, like, honestly, why didn't they give it to the fire department? I feel like that a fire department probably could have used it a lot better.
It's probably
You
not
know, if
fire retardant.
Well, see, that's the thing is make it that, you know, like they've got material that helps astronauts come back into the atmosphere. Like that's fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? Outfit this bitch to walk straight through fire and find victims in houses, you know, that are it's like I don't know, for it to go to the police department and then to go into these low income communities. It's like Orson Welles, you know? Orson Welles? I don't know
Well,
his
it's like
Orson.
here in Georgia, I think it was the Sandy Springs Police Department. They bought a
name.
Tesla, and I'm like, why do you need one Tesla? Like
That is great, dude.
it's
That
not
is
it's not like you're updating your entire fleet and
right.
and stuff you're getting one Tesla. It's like, and plus any car that you're chasing is probably going to beat you in a chase. It won't beat a Tesla off the line, but if you're in a car chase, that Tesla's probably going to
Right.
get smoked. But I'm kind of
It's
talking out.
self-driving though. I wonder if it'll just chase them on its own.
What if the what if the criminal hops out of the Tesla in like an alley or something, then sends the Tesla on to like a location, and the cops are still chasing it. Meanwhile, there's nobody in the car.
Oh man. Dude, that's cool. I wonder again, I don't even know why you would buy a Tesla if you're a police department.
Yeah, I mean, sounds kind of pointless to me, other than to say, "Hey, we have a Tesla."
Other than we have a Tesla, but why? I
So
always thought like police just took drug cars. Like when they bust
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
and they just take their car and they're just like, oh, this is our car now. You know, you can't do nothing about it. I just always thought that's how I didn't know the police department bought cars.
But I think AOC's and a lot of people's opinions on this DigiDog thing about it being a wasteful spending is
Yeah.
like Sandy Springs Police Department buying a Tesla. It's like I think so many people are seeing this wasteful spending in other areas so
Right.
much within the police department, and then they see the armored trucks and like all the stuff, and then now they got a $75,000 dog that can deliver food, and like it just seems like the police department is showing that they have enough money to have their budget cut a little bit and still be able to provide the safety measures that they provide now. Because this DigiDog
Right.
isn't adding to the safety measures. The Tesla isn't adding to the safety measures. It's not
Yeah.
helping serve the community and protect the community. But what the hell do I
But
know?
are we kind of fighting the future here? You know?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, and that's what I mean by like if the dog is a way to bring artificial intelligence to these interactions to prevent them
Right.
from becoming fatal, I'm all for it. Then let's
Yeah.
do it. And what better place to try it out than in New York, where the crime is skyrocketing right now.
Right.
But it seemed like the dog can only be used in situations where time is on the police officer's side. So like these situations that become fatal and tragic so quickly, what do what are you going to do? Are you going to pull
Right.
up to a domestic dispute to where, a person has a gun and they're holding it on their spouse or something like that. And then when the police officers come up, the guy comes running outside with a gun, or you're like, hold on, DigiDogs still powering up. Oh.
DigiDog, baby.
So I just, you talk about it walking upstairs and delivering food in a hostage situation, but outside of those situations where time is actually on the officer's side,
Yeah.
I don't know what the purpose of it is.
How long before you think it gets to like, man, this could be something? Like 10 years, a decade? Well, that is 10 years.
I I think it would be,
Maths.
yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I right now, honestly, I don't see how this dog is going to survive. Like,
Really?
I don't think it's the right, like, I'm all for trying it, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's the right time nor the right move to bring in artificial intelligence. Like, if you showed me something that could wrap around a gun and like detect, certain things or sensors or cameras or something to like
Right.
artificial
Yeah.
intelligence and that to prevent a trigger from being able to be pulled or something like that, then
Yeah.
cool. But a dog that can walk upstairs and deliver food, I don't think in 5 years that's gonna develop enough to be of substantial service to the community or the police force.
Right. I
I think
think like drones probably would have been a better investment.
I agree. Well, they probably already
And
use drones, so
and like artificial intelligence make it like, I mean, just think if you're trying to run from a drone, even the sound of a drone is fucking creepy. Now think about if you got a squad of those bitches on your ass, you ain't getting away. Ain't no way OJ's getting away. You know? So
And they should be able to put little guns or missiles on drones, man. That's coming for
exactly,
sure.
oh man, that's definitely, I mean, I think that's already here. I think that's already here. I don't the DigiDog, man. I don't know. That all I can see is like a protest happening and 20 DigiDogs just, shooting tear gas or like, man, just I don't know. I think in the next 10 years, if they man, I could see it being something if the military gets behind it.
But the dog also looks like something that if you just hit the fucking thing in the head with a baseball bat, it's gonna render it useless. Like the way
Yeah.
it's built, I'm like, you chop its legs out, or you hit the thing in the head with a baseball bat.
Wait, what is it made out of?
I mean, it's made pretty robust. Whoops, it's made pretty robust. Like, I mean, it looks stout, but I'm just saying, if the thing gets knocked over, then it's just gonna, try to walk on its
Right,
side.
right.
Like, I haven't seen anything that proves that this is capable of anything impressive.
Oh my god! What if you kicked it over and its legs flip back and just raise back up like it
Yes.
could just? Oh,
Yes.
I die.